Hello Leo, welcome to my channel and welcome to your March monthly forecast. I would just like to say a huge thank you to those that have liked and subscribed to my channel so far, and all the lovely comments. It's been very overwhelming, so thank you very much for that. I'm going to go with the Druidcraft Tarot edition for this reading, and I would like to give my viewers an option as to which tarot deck that they would prefer me to use. So next month I will have a selection of 3 tarot decks. I'll gain a general consensus throughout the month, and I will go ahead with the mostly selected deck the following month after that. Okay, I will be releasing some bi-weekly love readings as well in the next couple of weeks. So as always, this is a general reading, so bearing in mind some of the messages may resonate with you and some of them may not. And those that do resonate with you, the first thing that comes to your mind is what it's telling you to focus on first of all, okay? If you just excuse me for a few minutes, I'm just going to channel in for your reading. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I'll split the deck into 3. Okay, so some cards wanted to come out. We have the Ace of Swords and we have the Ace of Wands. So you guys are having lots of new ideas and lots of new things to look forward to. Wow, 2 aces together. So some of you, I feel, are just coming out of an emotional time right now. And I know the swords tend to speak a lot with your intellect and things like that, but with this card there's a lot of emotion within this card, and I feel like there's been a little bit of a breakthrough in some way. Maybe someone's just kind of seen the light. It's very much, you know, like, or it could have just come to an end of a certain way of thinking. Okay, so it could have been something that's been holding you back, because you know the card before this, the completion, is the Ten of Swords. So I feel like for some of you, you may have just got, you may have just felt victorious in something as well. In some respects, that might have been an emotional time. So, for example, if you have been going through something that's been quite challenging, maybe in terms of education or in business or something like that requires a lot of thought, time. I do see some of you either maybe you may have just come to the end of that and you might just be starting out afresh. It could have been that you just completed a course and you're just feeling very, very, very victorious about that now. You know, you've come out of that and you've succeeded. You know, there is a lot of there is a sense of success with these cards, definitely. So whether this has happened yet or whether it's coming in for you in the month of March. Oh, great cards to come out. The Ace of Wands, obviously, you know, it's the start of new creative projects. So it could be that you've just had an amazing idea, and you're at the start of that now, and it's so creative and adventurous, and you know, I do see these together. So someone's, you know, and there could be planning as well, I sense with this. But a lot of you are definitely starting out on something new, whether it would be in business or in education, something creative and something very passionate. Okay. Yeah, right, let's pull your reading and we'll see how this turns out. Okay, Leo, at the bottom of the deck we have the Queen of Swords. Okay. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 major arcana cards within your reading. So, this is going to be one hell of a month for you. And there's just near enough all of your cards are major arcana cards, okay? So there's lots going on, and I sense like lots of amazing things going on, really. You know, the 2 cards that came out with the 2 aces. Okay, so this is 2 stars. Okay. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn person, okay, as well. I say that just because, you know, we do have the King of Pentacles and the Devil card. Seem to be in line with each other, but I will get into your reading. I'm just going to get a bit of a feel for your reading. You see so many major arcana cards within your reading, it's like, well, okay. Some of you are you're definitely coming into your own. Okay. Okay, right, so at the centre of your reading you have the Devil card, okay, and the Devil can talk to, speaking of being confined in some way, being restricted. It could be due to like substance misuse or some kind of addiction or obsessive thoughts. I do see that it could be something to do with your thoughts, really, because, you know, this is the start of a new thought, and when I look at the fact that maybe you've just come through a very emotional period and you've just kind of, I see this card as breaking free. So it very much links in with the Devil card here, and with the 2 people being there, you know, it could speak in terms of a relationship. Some of you may have just started to see things a bit clearly. In terms of a relationship that may have not been all that healthy, really, in some ways. And, or at the same time, you know, if you have been supporting someone and there's been a very emotional period, and maybe, you know, that's kind of come around now, and you know, maybe you don't really feel like, maybe this person is able to kind of support themselves a little bit more now, and it's just come to the end of a way of thinking. But I do see that you've been through something quite emotional. It's been quite intense, and I see some of you. It could be relating to a Capricorn person, okay. And if not a Capricorn, then another Earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. What's challenging you is the Hermit card, okay. So we do have the Star in the position of yourself, so it could be asking you to maybe start taking some time for yourself now, if you have just gone through a period of working very hard, supporting someone, or going through something that was quite challenging and very emotional. I do see that there's 2 cards here that are asking you to take some time to kind of go within and balance your energies, and maybe start concentrating on yourself a little bit, in terms of, like, you know, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? You know, the Hermit is coming up as a challenge, so it could be that maybe you don't put a lot of thought into what it is that you actually want to do and where it is that you want to go. Especially, you know, if you've been supporting other people for quite some time, this would pose as a challenge, is for you to being able to kind of go with it. You know, the Star card talks very much about kind of going within as well, and seeking their own truth, seeking what it is that makes them fulfilled, and you know, what kind of sparks their passion, really, in some respects. what's put you in this position is Temperance card. So again, I feel like a lot of you have been balancing your energies, and there's just so many major arcana cards. So I do feel like some of you may have been trying to balance energies within the home environment, okay? Maybe quite unsettled for some time. This could be work as well. And in terms of your environment, I feel like I'm sensing a lot is around your environment. And, you know, temperance, it does talk to kind of like balancing your conscious and your subconscious, which is interesting really, because you do have the moon, what's crowning you, and you have the King of Pentacles, what's underlying you. And when it talks to sort of balancing these kind of energies, I think these are really good signs to ask what it means in terms of balancing. If you're unsure of balancing what, I feel like the King of Pentacles being your underlying theme is very much about grounding yourself. Okay, with it being underlying, it's very much, I feel like it's to do with the ground. Okay, grounding oneself. And with the Moon card crowning you. Okay, so I feel like with the Moon card, you have a lot of cards here that talk a lot about your intuition and talking about things that are unknown. And there's a lot of water within these cards, so there's a lot of emotion involved. With the Moon card, I see that there's a path. Okay, there is a path, and it looks quite scary to walk through. And I think the thing with the moon is because we don't always know what's kind of over the hill, it can appear quite scary at times. And sometimes when I do look at this card, it's almost like, you know, the dogs they're almost supporting you to kind of walk a path as well, and then it doesn't have to be as scary as it looks, really. So no, the moon, you know, it very much talks about intuition, and but it also talks about things that are hidden. So, you know, this could be a fear that you're experiencing right now in some way. Maybe you do have new opportunities ahead of you and new starts. And I think this might be, with it crowning you, is, you know, I'm at the beginning of something new, but I'm almost fearing it a little bit. But that should be excitement. That should be an excited fear, if you know what I mean. You know, when we're just about to start something new and we get quite nervous about something and we're not quite sure. I think, you know, the Moon card, you know, does kind of make you feel like that sometimes, because you just don't know until you get there. But you have new paths here, and they're there for the taking. If you have just had an idea or a spark of a new kind of project, these cards, do you see what's waiting through these rocks? So you look at these rocks, okay, and you cannot see what's hidden through these rocks. You can't see. You can see the moon that's shining a light somewhere, but then the sun comes out, and through the rocks you see the Ace of Wands. So, you know, the dark becomes light, and that's what's over those rocks right there. It's your new beginning. Okay, so don't fear it. If you are in a state of contemplation and you're not quite sure, and you are at the start of something new and you're just not sure whether you're doing the right thing, you know, you have new beginnings, you have new starts, and they're beautiful, beautiful starts, and they're there for the taking. Okay, so in your near future you have justice. So I feel like for some of you, let's say justice is served and you do tend to get what it is that you deserve, and I think if you have been going through a trial in time right now that's been quite heavy and quite long standing, and maybe you have just come through something, you know, I feel like, you know, justice is on your side here to say that, you know, I think once you do take some time to reflect on things, you know, justice is here waiting for you as well. It's like, because it's in your near future, it's what's up and coming for you. And what's crowning you at the minute is the moon. So I do see that some of you still may be holding back a little bit, maybe feeling a little bit unsure whether to progress forward. And justice is here to say that, you know, not to worry, you know, justice is on your side. It's here waiting for you. And again, you know, they have the sword in the hand. So this is another, this tells me that your new beginning, this new beginning is sat right there waiting for you as well. In your near future, okay. So this is telling me that justice will be served and it will be in your favour, okay. The justice can also speak to the legal system. If some of you are dealing with some kind of legal court proceedings or anything like that, and you know, maybe it has been an emotional time, but I do see someone being victorious, okay, and that could be to do with the legal system or a lawyer or someone around, someone who speaks within the court environment, maybe. Okay. So in your environment we have the Strength card, okay. So someone is, I mean, well, this is your card, Leo. This is your card, okay. So you're very much yourself within your environment. Probably being, you know, you're very charismatic, wonderful fire energy, maybe. So with the Strength card, you know, it does talk about someone who kind of stands in their own. But I do see that you have maybe been a little bit out of balance. It might be asking you to maybe bring back a lot of your kind of energy within your environment, okay. It might be asking for some strength within your environment. If there is someone that needs support within your environment, it might be asking you to provide some strength or provide a bit of your energy, okay. Because well, there could be a Capricorn or an earth sign around you that might be needing your support, and it's asking you to give you their to give them your strength. They might need your strength within this, okay. This is what I'm sensing, because this is your card in your environment. So I feel like someone's requiring something from you, but in terms of support, okay. So just be mindful, there might be an earth sign around you that might need some support from you. Or you might need some support from them, okay. This doesn't always have to be a one-way street. This is a general reading, so it could be that maybe you're the one that's needing support right now as well. And if that is the case, seek out support from an earth sign, if there is an earth sign surrounding you. Now, okay, I say earth sign, but you do also have the Queen of Swords here as well. That's running throughout your reading, okay. But with the King of Pentacles being an underlying theme, and this is talking about grounding oneself, and I feel like this person is quite a significant person in some ways. I feel like this would be, these energies are both very good energies to seek advice from, if needed, but at the same time very different advice as well. Queen of Swords, running throughout your theme. This could be a person within your environment, okay, who's a Gemini, Libra or Aquarius person, okay. And this could be a mentor, a business partner. I'm seeing this as like a motherly figure, or a sister, or someone very close, okay. I don't feel like this isn't, I feel like this is someone very close. And Queen of Swords, you know, the Swords cards that you do have, because they're all Major Arcana cards, I have to really go with the latter and the other swords. So I'm seeing swords just within other cards as well. So I feel there's a lot of maybe conversations needed to be had. There's a lot of words that need to be spoken. And I get the sense that they're not necessarily going to be the easiest words to speak. okay? I couldn't help but notice underneath the Queen of Swords that I pulled down was the World card. So you may potentially, and this is with a Major Arcana card, you've just got all Major Arcana cards within your reading. So you got the World card, so there could be something here that's asking to complete something. Asking for something to complete. And it could be, because it was under the Queen of Swords, you know, this could be a cycle that needs completing with a Queen of Swords person. Maybe there's just some issues that need to be resolved. This could be relating to the justice system as well in some way, because they're both very similar cards. Okay, so see the Queen of Swords kind of related to justice in some way. Maybe someone has been dealing in court proceedings over or with a Queen of Swords person. And I do see, and if that is the case, you know, it has been a challenging time and very emotional, but, you know, you're coming out of that, you're breaking, I see this is breaking out, breaking free from something that's been extremely emotional or long-standing. I do see something that's coming to its completion, okay, as well. So in your hopes and your fears, you have the Magician card, okay, that's what I was looking. So the Magician card, maybe you feel like, yeah, again, you know, linking with the moon, maybe you're just feeling like that, you know, you might not necessarily have everything that you need to be able to forge forward, and but, you know, the Magician is here to say that you do. You have everything you need. You have the support. You have the advice. You have guidance. You know, you have the support of the Star as well, which is a beautiful card. So if you're unsure or anything, you know, you cannot go wrong when it comes to just maybe listening to your own intuition. If something doesn't feel right, listen to it, okay? You have everything you need. But beautiful cards as your outcome is you've got the Four of Wands, okay? So if some of you are looking to maybe become more settled within the home environment, okay? I do see the Happy Home card here coming out as your outcome card. So this is just, you've got a lot of stuff to going on with you throughout the month of March. And it could be quite intense, okay? Could be quite intense. But you do have the Four of Wands, so you do have solid foundations, okay, to come out of this. You have solid foundations, you have Happy Home, this is the Happy Home card, okay. It could even mean that some of you may be getting married, or maybe have just got married. Some of you may be struggling to decide on whether to get married, and you know, maybe you're just trying to, you know, find the balance maybe, and maybe some of you have just got married and you might just maybe struggling to adapt to it a little bit. But I do see that if that is the case, you know, with justice being here, you know, I do sense that there is marriage, either on its way, just happened, or you are getting married in the month of March. And because there's all these new beginnings here as well, okay, you're coming out of emotional time. Definitely, you know, you've got this, I sense there's just a lot of energy that's being kind of cleared out within the month of March, and lots of beautiful new things coming in, okay. Definitely, you know, these are what you've got to look for. These are what you've got coming in. But don't forget that, you know, if you are still contemplating on walking a path or walking down the aisle, maybe, you know, the moon turns into the sun and it starts out new, and it's warm and it's exciting and it's adventurous as well. Okay, Leo, I'm going to leave it there now. If this did resonate with you in any way, if you would like to leave me some comments or feedback, I would very much appreciate it. I hope you have a fantastic March, and I will see you again soon. Thank you, goodbye.